Stay tuned to find out about the world's first ever 24-hour endurance race that happened in Columbus, Ohio. Welcome to Toledo Cars, and as I was starting this channel, I found out about the rich automotive history in the city of Toledo. It's really fascinating and I want to share it with you guys, so I'm making a short series of videos about Toledo's automotive history. In the late 1800s, Toledo was a leader in bicycle manufacturing. In fact, by 1890, we were the largest manufacturer of bicycles in the entire country. Recognizing the trend towards motorized transportation, the folks at the American Bicycle Company of Toledo started making cars around 1900, most notably the Toledo Steamer. These early steam cars were essentially four-wheeled bicycles. They had bicycle spoke wheels and steam engines. They had to stop to refill their boilers frequently. The American Bicycle Company of Toledo was closely related to industrialist Albert Pope, which led to a takeover by the Pope Manufacturing Company. In 1903, the Pope Manufacturing Company introduced the legendary Pope Toledo. The 1903 version was a two-seater with a straight three-cylinder engine, three-speed transmission, and chain drive to the rear wheels. In 1904, the Pope Toledo got bigger with room for 5 and an inline four-cylinder engine producing 24 horsepower. 1905 was a special year for the Pope Toledo. One owned by C. Edward Bourne was entered into the first ever 24-hour endurance race that took place in Columbus, Ohio in July of that year. This early endurance race was a far cry from the 24-hour endurance marathons that we know and love today. This was held on a dirt horse racing track at a time when the Ford Motor Company was only about 2 years old. 4 cars set off at the starting gun at 3:30 p.m. One of the teams even chose to run a single driver for the entire 24 hours. Soon after the start, the leader and a peerless blew a tire on the way into the pits and smashed through a wooden fence. This put him out of commission for a little while and put the Pope Toledo in the lead. An hour later, the Pope Toledo suffered a similar fate, blowing a tire as it flipped into a ditch. The resulting pit stop has to be one of the best in history. They straightened the frame, installed a new radiator, installed new wheels and tires, and had the car back out on the track in 60 minutes flat. By 10 p.m., both the Peerless and the Pope Toledo were back out on the track. The Pope Toledo had a 50-mile lead. Around the same time, the Freyer Miller car, which was an experimental air-cooled car that most people didn't even think would make it the entire race, went down when a rock got caught in a gear, causing a bent camshaft. It wouldn't return to the race until 4 a.m. when it had lost 250 miles to the Pope Toledo. All 4 cars finished the race under their own power, a feat that's still impressive today. The Freyer Miller car clawed back 100 miles of its 250-mile deficit in the last 11 hours of the race. But the winner was the Pope Toledo. It covered 828.5 miles, averaging about 35 miles per hour over the duration of the 24 hours, which is impressive considering that it had at least one hour-long pit stop. So you see, Ohio was dominating the early years of endurance racing. A car from Toledo won the first ever 24-hour endurance race held in 1905, and it would take the world years to catch up. The 24 Hours of Le Mans, the modern, longest-running endurance race, wouldn't start until 1923, over 18 years later. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and we're happy to bring you more content in the future.